Okay, so for you to do regression, this is for the chapter 10 stuff. Linear regression. It wants to know the y range. So again, highlight it first in Google Sheets. Then go highlight your x's. Notice that we do have labels, so go ahead and click on that. Go click on your output range somewhere. Yeah, I'd kind of like to see that. Now, I like to see my residuals, and I like to see my residual plots. The other stuff is fine, but these are the ones I would prefer to see. Boom. Okay? Now, I always look at this p-value. It is tiny, which means that there is a very significant, I must say, very significant aspect of this thing. It is a hugely significant relationship. Again, there's my r squared. Okay. Here are my coefficients. It's y equals 2x plus 6.9. Okay. And those are a big deal. Here's my residual plot. Notice how through the middle here we were having very little error, and then toward the end it starts to widen out. We will look at some more plots later on. Really, once you understand the point of a residual plot, it doesn't really matter how we plot them, whether it's in Google Sheets or whether it's in Excel. So the follow-ups will be in Excel to that. Just mostly what do I do with them once you have them. There's my scatter plot. Boom. And then if you come out here and you click on the edit button, well, I lied to you. Right click, I should say. Right click there. Advanced edit. This is kind of annoying. You have to know where to look for it. Yes, I want a trend line. I would like it to be linear. I would like the label to be the equation, and yes, I would like you to show r squared. So again, this is just another way to go about it. Here's 2.02 plus 6.9. Our r squared is 0.938. Do you see it right there? And then, of course, to find r, you just square root it to get to the r. So I show usually when we get to regression, I just show this aspect here early on, and then I say, well, it'd be really kind of neat to see what the residuals look like, because if the residuals are poor on their plots over here, wherever they went, if it's a poor fit, I should be see this is a great fit early, and then it starts to tend to be weird later on. When we get into this regression, we're going to talk a little bit more about these residuals, and if it seems to be kind of a poor fit on this end, we may be a little more hesitant about our predictions as opposed to in here. But that's all we're going to do with it. Okay. Nice. Now let's pop open a new sheet, and here are some data. For instance, my blood pressure, and I do it all left-handed. You might be able to tell. That's why I pick numbers that are kind of close to one another. This guy's going to blow up. Hey, look, stress. What? And just a bunch of different stress levels. Okay. And workload. Heavy. Oops. Heavy workload. Jay, you can't do regression with heavy, with letters. Yeah, I know. I'm going to fix it for you in a minute, dude. Small. Whatever. Small, light, however you want to. Oh, you piece of crap. I guess it wanted me to do light. Whee! Okay, there it is. Now, let's say we have two x's affecting one y. Right? So here's the deal. Somewhere you're going to be told that, look, heavy, let's let heavy equal 1, medium 2, light 3. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this column. I'm going to hit Control F. Click on this little button right there. So I'm going to find heavy and replace it with a 1. Place all. I'm going to find medium, or medium rather. Be careful, Jay. I couldn't find it, Jay. How about that? Booyah! Alright, so once we got it done, here's our regression. Our oh, fart. I'm gonna die. Sorry, people. There's my y's. Okay. And, oh shoot, here are my x's this time. Both of those are my x's. Now, when we get into multiples, I don't really pay attention to residuals anymore. I just do this business. And let's put our output in, I don't know, A17 or something. Okay. And, didn't I hit enter? Thought I hit OK. There it is, yo. Alright, so first things first. I look at this p-value. 0.07. You know what that tells me? That this is terrible. Neither stress nor workload is affecting my blood pressure in any way. Okay? Now, in general, that's true. That's for the whole model. Okay? So I always want to look at this first, and I want to look at this, and then I want to compare it to, say, my 0.05. And notice that it is not significant at 0.05. However, you need to come down here and look at these two p-values. Not for the intercept, because we're always going to keep our intercept. Well, almost always. But look at the p-value. Stress, obviously, is not important. Ooh, but workload is important. When this happens, what we are going to do is we're going to get rid of stress. We're just going to not pay attention to it anymore. We're just not going to pay attention to it. So what I'm going to do is come back in here, and I'm going to use C1 this time to C12 for my x's. That one only. Oh, shoot. Now, darn it. Darn it. See if I can get back to where it was. Okay, this is back where we were, right? Okay, everyone sees that, right? I'm going to put this other, I'm going to put the new one down below it in A40. Oh, no, I'm not. In like A40 or something, okay? Now, remember we said pay attention to this. This right here is what? It is less, it's greater than 0.05, so this is not significant, we would say. It's not significant. So you're like, well, why are you making me do this some more? Well, I'm showing you what would happen. A lot of people come down here and go, oh, look, workload is significant by itself, or so it would seem. But when you do it with just workload, what do you notice? It's not significant anymore, dude. It's not significant at all anymore. And so what does that say to me? It says that my workload and my stress actually work together to cause me some problems, but not significant at the 0.05 level. Okay? But again, once you've seen this in my presentation with Excel, this material is exactly the same. So just be aware of that. Okay?